Okay, Bula vinaka children, thank you so much for listening in to this short video on the layering of Fijian mats. And I do acknowledge Joana Monolagi for helping me put this short video together. Greeting all the children from the three confederacies of Fiji, Kumbuna Confederacy, Burbasanga, and Tovata, not forgetting the island of Rotuma, as well as children of Fijian descent all over the world. Welcome to this class. So today I will be sharing very briefly the layering of the Fijian mats and which mats has to go from the bottom and the next and the next. So this is how it should go. So number one, there has to be a imbe called idodo. That has to be the first one right at the bottom. And then it's followed by a mat that we often refer to as imbenduandua, or sometimes they say katutolu or katuruasavu, depending on the size of the mat. And basically the idodo usually doesn't have the wool on the side of the mat. And then next in line is the imbendondua. Sometimes they have wool and sometimes they don't, depending on who wove the mat. The third one is the vakambati. The fourth one is the indavandavo. And the fifth one is the vakamalumu. Vakamalumu, this can be a piece of masi or tapa, or if you're from Bua or Maduata, you can have a kuta mat at the top, or if you're from Onoilau, then there's a special type of mat called tambukaisi that goes right up at the top layer. Going back to the vakambati, this is a type of mat that has lots of layers of mats, and the indavandavo are smaller ones that are used for sleeping. So I have some pictures in the next slides that shows what these mats look like. So this is what the idodo looks like. As I said, doesn't have the wool. It's very, very big, and then if they rolled, they will look like this. So this is the idodo. Second one, this is the imbendondua. This one here has wool, and it's normally kind of smaller in size from the idodo. Some has wool like this and some don't. The vakambati, as I was saying before, it has a large wool decoration on the side, and this is another type which is very Fijian, this one here. And each layering of the mat is called the mbati. Yeah, so one bati followed by the second, third, fourth, and normally they number them according to how many rows of wool a mat has. So if it has 20 rows of wool, then it is called the mbati ruasangavulu. Ruasangavulu means 20. Yeah, 20 rows of wool. So it's a very, very pretty mat. And this one is in Davondavo. In Davondavo, which is a type of mat that is used for sleeping. So it's a sleeping mat, and it's smaller in size. So sometimes you can have one or two laid over each other or across, depending on the place where you are layering the mat. So this is giving you an idea of what is actually in the layer of a mat. And vakamalumu, usually we have a piece of tapa or masi at the top, or a kuta, or tambukaisi if you are from the Kaunrove or Bua, sorry, not the Kaunrove, Bua, Maduata, or Onoilau. Yeah? So I hope you can now see the layers of the mats and knowing the names of these mats and the tapa. So this is what the layering should look like. So you can see the larger ones at the bottom right up to the smaller ones at the top. And you must have seen, those of you who live in Fiji or have traveled to Fiji would have seen an aunt layering these mats over the tapa there, as you can see. And this is what it should look like. Yes, so this would be a preparation for a wedding, and this can also be used for layering of mats for another ceremony like a funeral or any other cultural event. So there you go. I hope that you enjoyed that short video, acknowledging those who supplied the images for us to use. Vinaka Vakaleo for sharing your images and for our children to learn more about mats. And you're welcome to join me on my YouTube channel. And now acknowledging my team, Talanoa with Dr. T team, my Vunidilo family for helping me put this video together. And finally, and not last as well, is to thank Joana Monolagi. And nakavakalevo for listening. Madamanda.